Hi everyone, this is Ramona Shaw, and you are dialed in to another episode of Leadership Café, where we talk about how to become a high-performing boss people love to work with. And today I want to talk about control, being controlling, because a lot of leaders have a tendency to want to control things, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but there are some downsides to it. And today I want to talk about the downsides, because ultimately, as much as you want to be in control and as much as that's great to kind of take action, to be someone who takes initiative, who takes ownership, executes on those things, and then gets things done because you feel like you're in charge and you make it happen. That is all the positive side of wanting to be in control. Now, the downside, as I said, is the fact that you can't be in control of everything. And so when wanting to be in control with the pure given that you can't be in control of everything that you can't control can lead to frustration. So that's the first one, just the fact that you may feel more frustration than other people who are more comfortable with not being in control, just by the simple fact that some things you can't control. The second downside is that you may not hire for the best people because you want to still be in control and not give up all of the things that you feel good at, that you like to have, kind of keep those strings together in control. And then when you hire people, you make sure people fit into your system and into your environment, versus those who want to take control themselves, which would then in turn mean that you have to let go. So that's a potential downside of wanting to be in control. Now, another one is just the fact that you may not delegate as much as you could, and meaning they could as much as you probably should, to be at your best and to execute at a level where you have the most impact. So the less you delegate, the less impact you can have, because you're dealing with all this other stuff. The more you can let go, the more strategic you can work, the more you can tackle, the more impact you can have on a broader level. So that's another potential downside. And then the last one is that you may not compromise as well with others because you want to have a control of the decision-making process or the decision itself. And what that does in turn is that people feel less engaged than they could if they were part of the decision-making process, and potentially would be able to compromise with you because they know, well, ultimately, this person, Ramona, always has the last say, so why should I bother? Right? That's something we want to avoid, because ultimately employee engagement is one of the keys to success and joy in the workplace from the beginning on as well. Now, if you feel that you may have the tendency to want to control, there's a couple things to train this, and it's ultimately all about practicing to give up on control and getting comfortable with that, so that you get to see that, okay, letting go of some of the control is actually not a bad thing. And let me specify what I mean. You can do small things in your day-to-day that help you give up control a little bit without the downside that you might fear, and it'll show you that it's okay, and it might actually turn into the better outcome, the better result than if you had control. Couple ways to do this. One, go to a restaurant and ask the waiter to choose your meal. Yes, you may not get exactly what you would have picked by yourself, but it'll be a surprise. It'll be fun, and you'll try something new. You gave up control, and there's no risk to this, right? Unless there is something that you need to tell them about your dietary restrictions. But otherwise, there's nothing to lose, and you're practicing giving up control. Or let your friend drive your car and sit in the passenger seat and just relax. Try to relax and not be in control. Just let them drive and enjoy the ride. Another way, go to a grocery store or go to a clothing store and ask the people there for their favorite selection, favorite choice, favorite food, favorite dress, and then try it on, or ask them what they would recommend for you. Just giving up a little bit of control and seeing what other people come up with, and then get comfortable with it, and seeing how you may actually have fun in the process, ultimately, and you may actually get to a better result. So these are my quick tips on how to deal with control, the downsides of it, and how to start practicing getting more and more comfortable with control. So it's ultimately all about making these small incremental steps to getting more comfortable with losing control. You can do those anywhere and anyhow in your life, whatever is possible in your circumstance. That's it for today. I'll see you soon with another short episode on Leadership Café. Bye-bye.